Okay. Which is called Intergalactic, You and Me.
Yeah.
And it's produced by Ilphonics, and they presented the beat to me, and I heard it. It was definitely one of those things where I just caught a vibe, and I just jumped on it. You know what I mean? That very seldom happens. Like, I don't take beats from producers and skim through them. I like to work hands-on and create and mold. So this was kind of like destiny for me to hear this song, and it just spoke to me. You know what I mean? It's so groovy, it's so chill, and it's so funky, and the idea, the hook came to me immediately. Those are all these songs, the hooks came to me like immediately, and that's how I know if it's good or not. You know what I mean? If I gotta sit there for hours and try to decide a hook, it's probably gonna be a shitty song. This one's called Alive, produced by Rat-a-tat.
Yeah.
And in this song, it's I'm turning into this werewolf. Metaphorically speaking, like I'm turning into this beast. It's just, you know, kind of like a sexual maniac. You know what I mean? It's turning into this beast when he goes out at night, gets drunk and looks for girls. He's on the prowl, and he's looking for a girl though to help him change his ways. You know what I mean? To change the curse of the beast. You know, and to bring him human, to make him human again. And that's why you hear it in the verse. It's like, my skin is burning and my heart begins to speed. There's something wrong with me, like I'm turning into the werewolf. But then, you know, he likes it, and then he's on the prowl. You know what I mean? To feast on something young and pure, like some really hot, pretty girl. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But he's hopeful to find someone that he could really love to reverse the curse. And that's what this song is about. It's a nightmare. This joint is called Cudi Zone. Mm-hmm. It's produced by Emil, and he made this beat in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then we had this. This is probably one of the earlier recordings on the album, like one of the first 3 joints we recorded. And I just had the first verse for a long time, and I was so intimidated by it because, you know, it's kind of long. I was like, man, this verse is so dope. If I write another verse, it has to be the same length, and I don't know if I can top that verse because it was so good. Definitely one of the best raps, like, verses I've ever written. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like talking about that moment where you're at peace, when you're stoned and you're in your place, and everything is just perfect, and it's beyond words. You just feel like, ooh, you know, just like you can't explain it, and it's that moment of just happiness. So I wrote that first verse. That first verse lived for about 6 or 7 months. I was just gonna have that one verse and have the song be that, and then one day I woke up, grabbed my phone, and started writing the second verse, and it just came so smoothly and came so easy to me. And next thing you know, I laid it down, and it was just perfect. And we put the strings on it, and Cudi Zone was born. I make it say, we were in Hawaii, and Poker Face, Lady Gaga's Poker Face came on the radio, and I was like, man, somebody should rap on this. And Ye was like, yo, I was thinking the same thing, but I saw this acoustic version she did, where she was playing the piano and singing kind of like a different rendition of it. And he showed it to me the next day in the studio, and I told him it was fresh, and he chopped it up and put some ill drums on it, and I thought it was just going to be a freestyle, and it ended up turning into a song. You know, and I was standoffish about using it because of such vulgar content, you know, but it fits so well in the story because it's still hip hop, and you need some of those joints. And you know, I am a rapper, I like to spit, mm-hmm. And it was dope to get Kanye and Common on it and do their thing. It was the perfect opportunity, and it just fit so perfect in the fantasy side of the album, in the fantasy side of the dream, and I didn't really have anything like that, so it was perfect. This is called Pursuit of Happiness, featuring Rat-a-tat and MGMT. Mm-hmm. And MGMT is on the hook, and Rat-a-tat did all the music, even the guitar solos and stuff. And this is pretty much the story and the anthem to anyone who goes out to get drunk. You know what I mean? To have a good time, you know? It's almost like, you know, you're looking to find happiness through drugs and alcohol. And that's what this part of the story is. Just me kind of like wasted. It's the end of the album, but you know, I'm kind of just like reflecting on, you know, my current situation and people judging me and rebelling. You know what I mean? It's somewhat a conclusion, but not really. And it's supposed to be like, hey, I'm moving forward with a blindfold on, but that's what life's about. You know what I mean? It's just about taking chances and just moving, you know what I mean, going with the flow and in pursuit of happiness. And being young and just wilding out sometimes is okay, you know, and that's what this song is about. You'll be good.
Easy.
This song is called Hyyerr, produced by Crater, and featuring Chip the Ripper, who's also from my hometown of Cleveland. And, you know, he's an amazing artist. He actually sent me this song, and he had his verse, and he had the hook, too. So that's him on the hook, and he wrote that, and that's his verse. And I was like, yo, I need this for my album. Please let me have this. Okay. And he was like, cool. And this is kind of like the wake up out of the dream, like getting ready to wake up, but you're still dreaming. And it's just like the blissful part of it, just being like, yeah, you chill. Like I've been through the hell, and it's like you feel like you're on the beach, just chilling, watching the sunrise, and all these pretty girls around, but you're just like at a moment of peacefulness. You know what I mean? It's just like everything you wanted in a record. It's the perfect example of, you know, old school Cleveland. It's got a lot of Bone Thugs type flow on it. You know what I mean? And we're looking to do a remix with Bone and Snoop and really flip it and make it awesome, make it an event, you know? This is called Up, Up and Away, produced by Free School. And when I heard the beat, I was like, this is my credit roller. Like has to be like the last scene on the album. You know what I mean? It just like concludes everything. It's happy, it's uplifting, and it just brings such a great energy out. You know what I mean? It's the wake and bake song. You wake up, sunny, grab that blunt, smoke it, and get your day started. You're hopeful for a new day. You're in a positive vibe. You know, and through it all, you understand it's like whatever, they're gonna judge me anyway. All this time I've been sitting here and wondering about what people think of me. It's like it's unavoidable. It's just like whatever. Just live your life and move in a positive light, man. And that's what this song is, you know. But at the end of it, it kind of concludes and lets you know that the story isn't over. And then Common's interlude comes back in and kind of segues into the second album, which will be Man on the Moon, The Ghost in the Machine.